Welcome to Running on Reddit, r/AskReddit, where people ask their most thought-provoking questions and are answered back with interesting responses. r/AskReddit, what is the most useless item you carry with you all the time? When I was in Arizona 2 years ago, I bought a metal spider sculpture off of an old man outside a dingy side of the road Wild West Traveler's Stop. As a receipt, he gave me a wallet-size printed picture of him sitting proudly atop a horse with a big white cowboy hat, and he signed the back and wrote the dollar amount. I still have his picture in my wallet today. That photograph is now worth more than the metal spider. Mine is similar. I'm a musician and I spend a lot of time at festivals, so inevitably I run into a lot kids from time to time. For those unfamiliar, think street urchins from Charles Dickens or gypsies. Once, I was making my way through the camping area and had to cross a footbridge over a ravine. A 10-ish kid with a few buddies blocks my path and says, $1 to cross the bridge. They do this to extort festival noobs, which I was not. Now, I could throw these little ducks out of my way with one arm, but I'm in a good mood, a little drunk, so I say, duck you, if I give you $1, what do you give me? Kid pulls out a plastic bag full of Indian arrowheads and crystals, each in a tiny gift bag, and hands me one. I give him $1 and take a look at what I bought with my massive investment. Lo and behold, the ducking tiny gift bag has my actual first name on it. I'm not a religious man, but I know a sign when I see one. I didn't cross that bridge. Still carry the arrowhead in my wallet. I carry around a key to a helicopter. The key fits all Apache helicopters. You will be everybody's best friend when the zombies start attacking. A small, marble turtle I named Harold in December of 2015. My family went to the Bahamas, where I got Harold for $2 and I immediately put him in my pocket. A few days later I had forgotten he was there, but I was like, nah, can't take him out now, he's already been there for 3 days. Flash forward to now, and I still keep him in my pocket always, almost getting to 4 years. If he's not in my pocket, I get really anxious and worried about him, even though he's inanimate. Bruh, have you been wearing the same pair of pants for 4 years? Pic of the pants. Of what's in the pants. That's so cute. Reminds me of my husband. About 5 years ago I was on a business trip, and at the airport, before flying home I wandered into a gift shop and found a little turtle also. His little belly and legs were metal, but his shell was glass, and through the shell was a little note that said, "Thinking of you." My husband named him Franklin. Franklin gets transferred to every pair of jeans he wears every single day, no matter where he goes, and my husband gets very worried and upset if he ever can't find him. I have a key on my keychain that isn't mine. When my sister was in hospice, we went to clean out her house and found that key on the end table next to her couch, so we figured it was important. It didn't fit any of the doors or anything we could find in her house. When we asked her what it went to, she was too far gone on pain meds to answer. She died in 2008, but I've still got that key, just in case I ever run into a lock that it fits. This is some Indian in the cupboard level stuff. Boss. Who knows what it goes to, but I now like to think that the key is to unlock the secret she could never tell you. That no matter what happens in your life, she loved you and will always be with you through the good and the bad. Maybe that's the secret that she tried to tell you, but could never make you really understand. P.S. I'm sorry for your loss. The good people in our life always leave too soon. Maybe that's why we die, to teach us how important those people are and how short the amount of time we have with them is. Edit. Thanks, kind stranger. My first gold, though I kinda feel guilty getting it for this comment. But, thank you still. Hairbands. I'm a guy with short hair, so they are absolutely useless to me. However, after watching my little sister, my mother, and past girlfriends slurp up their own hair with their ramen, that crap is never happening in my presence again. Not all heroes wear capes. Some carry around hairbands. My girlfriend bought 2 matching hairbands a while back and gave me one. It's kind of feminine looking, but I wear it on my wrist just out of habit. When she needs an emergency hairband though, it feels great to always have one on hand. You're well trained. Did you get a certificate? Just kidding. Next time she comments on it, I'm going to ask for one. Handwritten in crayon, preferably. I don't carry it with me every day, but I'm a server in a restaurant. One time a kid left this little tiny Optimus Prime figure on the table. I went to bus the table and saw the little figure. Threw it in my apron and it's been there almost ever since. That was about 2 years ago. The Optimus is kind of awesome too. One time at work I pulled a check out of my apron and Optimus stealthily took flight. I didn't notice till the end of the shift. Freaking out, I searched the whole entire restaurant. Never found him. Saga over until a few weeks later. My coworker heard me talking about it. I come by on a day off for a drink and he brings me the drink and tells me to follow him. Sitting on top of our bulletin board high on the top right corner, my Optimus ducking Prime. I'm elated and thank him profusely. I come to find out, someone on the shift I lost found it. They didn't keep it or throw it away, they placed him in a pen cup. Someone saw it and moved it to the expo window, etc. For a few weeks people kept moving it and I never saw it until my awesome coworker heard me talking about it and reunited me with my tiny useless talisman. You a real one, Cam. I had one of those I hid in my church along with a pen and notebook with the instructions to write your name, and when you found it, lasted about 6 months and only a handful of people found it. It ended when someone took it and didn't put it back. Stamp card for a cafe whose food gave me diarrhea. Oh man, that's not just useless, it's insulting you to boot. My sister invited me to lunch with her a few years back. She told me she had a gift card, so she was paying. As we're walking in, she tells me that she got the gift card because she got food poisoning last time she was there. I was like, no pain, no strain, just sit and drain. Useful that is. The starter key to a 1960s Swiss-made cogwheel train that can climb up Pikes Peak. Cool. I'm looking out the window at Pikes Peak right now. I recently learned that there are only 3 operational cogwheel trains in the United States. The Pikes Peak Rail, currently closed but with plans to reopen, the train up Mount Washington in New Hampshire, and a short train at the Quincy Mine in Horton, Michigan. You've got 2 more keys to go to complete your collection. You win, by far. That key has absolutely no use now. Tiny black light on my keychain. No legitimate use for it whatsoever. If you like the content and want to support the channel, like and subscribe right now, or you'll be running on fumes. Hey, you never know when you might want to randomly identify minerals, or be horrified at the blacklight response of stains in public places or hotel rooms. You can get a tattoo with black light sensitive ink that is normally invisible and use the light to show people. I had a friend do that, and she kept a small black light in her bag. Never know when you might need to check if something has come on it. That's why I do a taste test. A plastic snail that I found in my school parking lot. His name is Aaron, and Aaron lives in my bassoon case. He has played with me all over the country. I set him on my stand during concerts. He's very well behaved and never interrupts the concert. OMG, back at my old house one day I was playing in the driveway which was filled with rocks, and I found a small triceratops and a pig. I don't know why, but I put it in the mailbox, and I thought it would be the funniest thing ever. Well, a few months later, my mom checks for mail and notices a pig and triceratops and just has the most confused look on her face, and asks us, and we burst out laughing cause we forgot about it. And it ends up being just something that we laugh at whenever we noticed it every few months/years. Well, maybe 10ish years later we moved to the neighboring city, and before we left we brought them over and put them in the mailbox. The thing is, everyone has a mailbox connected to the street which 99% of your mail gets delivered to, so we never check the one on our house, since it's used for junk mail mainly, but every once and a while someone empties it and notices a little toys and gets a giggle. Guitar pick. I don't play guitar. I carry a rock shaped like an egg. I found it after my son died. I always called him my best egg. I carry my Sarah stone. Found it on the lakefront of Lake Michigan, where I went to cry when she passed. 0 to 100 real fast. Emotional baggage. Don't forget childhood trauma. I carry my girlfriend wherever I go to. This is the realest answer. I joined the Navy 10 years ago, and we were all told about the tradition of challenge coins and why you carry them. Basically, you carry a coin, and in the event of a night at the bar, getting a crap tasking, etc., you can pull out your coin, and whoever doesn't have one / has the lowest rank, one gets crapped on, has to do the task, pays the tab, whatever. Well, 10 years in I have never actually pulled my coin, nor has anyone else ever pulled coins on me. So, I carry a heavy as crap Secretary of Defense coin in my wallet, looking for all the world like a dumb 15-year-old with a condom in my wallet, because it is a round protrusion in the leather, for no damn reason. But, I also am terrified of the day I do get challenged, and don't have it, and have to pay a $300 bar tab. The second you get rid of it, it'll cost you everything you have. It's the same reason I hang on to my wife. A picture of my high school girlfriend who passed away 10 years ago. I've been in multiple relationships since then, but this is the only thing I can't seem to let go of from any of the relationships. Edit. A few people are asking why I keep it, and how partners since then have reacted. Most didn't care as they are mature enough to not be jealous by something that is simply a memory of a person who is gone forever. One crazy ex tried to burn it though. As for why I keep it, sometimes I struggle to remember her face, and that makes me feel like a crappy person. I feel for you, man. My wallet. The duck is my broke but gonna do. Buy something. One Pokemon card, Sharpedo. My son told me he was the best, and to keep the card with me in case I ever needed to battle. So, I keep it in my pocket at all times. I keep one with me too. It's a grass type energy card. My dad found it on a walk one day and brought it home proudly proclaiming, "This is the energy that will get me through chemo." He gave it to me after he moved out and said it would be the energy to help me finish high school. We passed it back and forth a few times. Energy for a successful surgery, energy for getting through college, etc. He beat cancer and told me to keep the card. It got me through undergrad. Who knows what I'll have the energy to do next. I have a foldable wallet insert that opens up into this quick reference sheet on what to do during a biological, nuclear, chemical attack. I've had it for 15 years and refuse to throw it out. It's gone through 5 different wallets. It serves literally no purpose. Business card of someone I'll definitely never call. Yes, same here. Many years ago, I worked at an office and the account manager of one of our vendors was a true knob jockey. My co-worker and I would dread his visits. He didn't last long before he was fired. Anyway, I kept his business card, and one day I hid it somewhere around my co-worker's desk. A few days later he did the same back to me, so began a year-long running joke of surprising each other with the card. One time, I put it in an envelope and mailed it to him at the office. Another time he sneakily gave it to my roommate who passed it back to me totally unexpectedly outside of work. I left that office 7 years ago and moved countries. I still have the business card in my wallet in the very unlikely chance that I one day run into my co-worker again. Probably my uterus. No use for the goddamned thing. What is the most useless thing I carry around with me all of the time? Well, I guess it would be me. Haha. Kill me please. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and turn on the bell or you'll be running on fumes. See you in the next video.